right, welcome everybody back to another episode of Dried Blood, the final one of season 6, short season this season, but hopefully it was hard hitting. We changed things up, met some new champions, or at least met their versions that exist in this reality. It gets really confusing with the lore. Don't worry about it. But we're here with the victor by a kind of a TKO, Bob the Barbarian. Bob, how's it feel to be technically undefeated still?
Oh, man, that was a close one, huh? Holy smokes. Feels freaking good. I mean, I won by one fighting spirit, technically. Mm-hmm. I had the least amount of fatigue, technically.
That's true.
Technically. Pretty flawless, in my opinion. Yeah, it feels good. It was a hell of a show and a lot of fun.
You didn't have any fatigue, did you?
I had no fatigue.
Yeah, zero fatigue. That's impressive. Now, Frigidoom, on the flip side, you seem to gather them like they were going out of style, and you're like, let's get What was your panic when you started seeing the nat ones continually roll in for you?
Just raw panic. Just all the raw panic. You know, starting off with all those natural 20s, it was incredible. I was fully charged. I was ready to go. And then it was like, psych. By the way, the warranty's expired. You're just going to crumble apart now.
Your warranty probably expired a very long time ago. Let's be clear.
Yeah, you know, I can't really read the sticker. It's kind of melted away now, but it's a thought that counts. I got the touchscreen. I got my touchscreen.
That's true. You did get your touchscreen thanks to your teammate here, the Duke. Now, the Duke, you also had some ups and downs with the dice. They weren't exactly what I would call your friend.
They never are. But that's why I have tons of rat people to help me. But I was like, oh, shoot. Things are going pretty well at the beginning of this deathmatch. I was like, oh, gosh, I'm rolling above 10s. And then reality struck. And then it all went downhill from there.
Now, I got to say, I love how you started making this into like a Florida versus New York City sort of approach. I mean, those are two very extreme forms of intensity. Are you a former New Yorker?
Well, I, the Duke, hail from the streets of New York, specifically Brooklyn. I, Sensei, have never been in New York in my life.
You were well. Listen, you could have said any baseball team. I have no idea which team is in New York.
It's all about the Mets.
I have no idea. You could have said anything. We're like, yeah. I was expecting to like a Big Apple. That's all I could have thought of. So I'm sorry. You nailed it. You nailed it on this. But we did see a lot of other fruit and vegetables and food in general. Frigidoom, is that your go-to? Do you feel comfortable just purging your insides? That can't be healthy.
All the time. You know, fortunately, the Dread Fortress has this really neato concession stand. And, you know, after the matches, I kind of just go and refill, and occasionally I find a couple of scraps on the ground. Like, Bob was really gracious to put a bunch of chicken tenders covered in denim inside of my gullet, so that and all of the rats from Duke, you know, that was pretty filling. So it's kind of like a self perpetuating cycle, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff comes in, stuff comes out, keeps the whole thing clean. Well, as clean as it can be, you know.
Yeah, keeps it working. It keeps it working. I like that.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Now, I want to ask Bob, for you, which one do you think worked best for you? The gators, the jorts, the chicken, the trouser snake? I mean, you pulled out a lot of good moves. Which one was the biggest one in your take? Like that you really loved?
Well, I'll tell you what I really loved, I think my favorite sequence was somehow getting through 3 different rolls of disadvantage to do damage. Yeah. That was like one of those things that's only going to happen once in my entire life. And that was like, I don't even know what the hell my attacks were. I think they were even just like random punches or stuff, but that just felt good. But if I'm going with like an attack that I thought like made me just smile, I don't know. Starting it off with a Viagra trouser snake really got to, really set the mood for me.
We certainly learned a lot about the elderly community here in Florida tonight. So
they're a hell of a community.
Shout out to the villages.
Yeah.
Try not to think about that, but while I do, I think let's go ahead and wrap this up tonight. Get everyone home and celebrating their victory and or defeats. One last final word from either yourselves or your characters for the champions, not only for this match, but for the season. Any final parting seasonal thoughts? I think we let Bob go first as a winner.
Yes.
Winners
Bob
first.
should go first. Winners first.
Winners first. You know, I'm just so thankful to get to do this. It's a lot of fun to have an opportunity, especially as someone who's never even played this game in real life, to get to introduce to this. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that watches and supports this channel and the incredible hard work that obviously Mudcat and Phoenix do. And then also just to my wonderful competitors, this was a blast. And I literally was laughing my ass off the entire time. And so Bob just says, oh, hell yeah. Can't wait for next season.
Wise and wonderful words from our team lead, second in command, just because of second left in health at this point, Frigidoom. What say you?
From me, from Kyle, gonna go ahead and sort of echo what was just said here by Big Papa Drock, but this has been such a phenomenal experience, and anytime I get to be on D20 Deathmatch, I am always having a blast. It is such a wonderful way to express new characters and explore interesting storylines, and it's never a dull moment. And I cannot thank everybody here enough for being so energetic and excitable and just passionate about what's going on here. Great matches, great team. Cannot wait for the next season. Guys, we're going to kill it. From Frigidoom, our stomachs are full, our hearts are beating, and the Triforce dong dinglers.
That's right.
We're coming, and we'll see you all later next season.
Is it a requirement to say we're coming twice?
Wait, we would say it 3 times, right? Because there's 3 of them. We're coming.
Oh man.
Oh, all right. Follow that up, Sensei.
I don't know if I can, but no, I guess for myself, again, it is always a pleasure to be on D20 Deathmatch and be able to hang out with you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. Literally, like when I first started, like even doing D&D content, I saw you guys like in your whole spiel. I'm like, dude, I have to I have to get on this show or something. I have to meet these guys. These guys are freaking hilarious and stuff. And actually, like being here and being able to meet you guys and all that sort of stuff, and just also meet tons of freaking awesome people like Kyle and Drock. It's just every time I'm on D20 Deathmatch, it's like a freaking amazing and super, super lovely experience. So thank you guys so much for having me, and then just also being able to play freaking awesome, wacky shenanigans with Florida men and kaiju refrigerator monsters. It's sick. I love it. As I guess Duke, what would he say? Well, it seems to be that my master plan didn't necessarily come to fruition, but in the next season, I will figure out a way to make an uprising to eventually land myself in the leadership position. But for now, I will be a simple rat henchman, waiting and watching and plotting everyone's demise. I hope you're listening, Arbiter. I'm coming for your soul and your throne soon.
Well,
I
remember, you have
love
to say
it.
3 times. You have to say it 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'm coming for you, and 3 times?
3 times.
Coming for you.
Come once more. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Wow. What a satisfactory ending, Mudcat.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to see that happen. So, but you guys at home will have to stay tuned for the next season of D20 Deathmatch to see if it happens. So, all right, guys.
It's coming.
See you next time.